Hello everybody and welcome back to Britannia. This is Count MRVHS with another episode of our Strat Clut campaign. And we're here with our heir, where we are recruiting a couple of units. We're going to fill him out to a nice even 20 unit stack, grabbing a couple more longbowmen, a unit of these royal spearmen, and another unit of the Welsh armored axemen. Now the reason we are doing that is because looking at the strategic situation in the north, we can't disembark from Dunolly. The terrain just doesn't allow us to just hop into a boat from here without trespassing all the way down here. And I don't really want to do that. I don't want to start a war with Ulaid, but I do want to grab Iona. The other option would be for me to head north and try to find a disembarkation point somewhere else. That would probably be way up here, and I'm seeing a couple of large stacks of Sudreyar up there. And the other thing is, my king is getting up there. He's 54 now, and I'm just not confident, I guess, that that all of this traveling and looping back down around through potentially hostile waters would work out well. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to risk our heir. I'm willing to do this in part because Denawal here is not that impressive. He's got a 4 influence, and that just needs to be higher. So if this trip works, we send him around to Iona. He captures it. I'm thinking he's going to get some good traits. If it fails, on the other hand, then we'll pick out a new heir. We'll see who's available here. We don't really have anyone at the moment, but I'm sure something will come along. Something will happen, and maybe a completely different heir is better than a bad one, right? So that's kind of the thought for the moment. Now, we don't have a lot of money to spend currently, so I think we'll just end the turn. And then I guess we'll probably start moving Rune north in any case, just to loop him back around and eventually either down into our territory or up into the north to maybe do some sacking. But I don't think we're going to plan a long sea voyage for our king. In the last episode, we also saw the re-emergence of Fortru, which is, I guess, a Pictish faction. And I'm thinking that was at the instigation of Kirkin, who took a territory off of Orkneyar. Alright, the great Viking army has gone to blows with itself, and a single warlord has emerged triumphant. The declaration of a united Danelaw surely instills dread within the Anglo-Saxon populace. Okay, so the Danelaw is established. Now that means that East Anglia has been destroyed, and now Northumbria is called the Danelaw. Alright. We have a mission issued. Owen requests an agricultural estate. That'll get us 2,000 in the treasury. So let's take a look at Owen. He's not showing up here. He's probably a statesman. Alright, some decent traits. Where is Owen? Okay, he's one of my governors, actually. Alright, he's at 4 loyalty currently. He's unmarried. He's got some corruption-causing traits here, but he's also got some nice public order and, importantly, a plus 25% food production. He's 38, so he's young enough to be around for a while, and 3 quills. So let's take a look at how that would work if we gave him an agricultural estate, which we could afford to do in influence terms at the moment. Because we have a few estates, and actually we have some that that I'm not too worried about giving away because we may lose them anyway. Alright, so if he gets an agricultural estate, oh, this is very nice. So he would get plus 1 influence, plus 1 loyalty, and plus 20 food production faction-wide. That's better than our king. Our king only gives plus 10 food production faction-wide. Now our king is at well over 10 influence. So him losing 1 influence as a result of this agricultural estate transfer, not going to be a problem. So I will give Owen, where is he the governor? I think he's governor down here. Let's check that again, actually. Owen is in Bjornis. Yep. So he's down there. Okay, great. I'll give him the one that's there, actually. It kind of makes sense. And also, I do want him to have it. So there we go. That gave us another 2,000 immediately. And if we don't strip the estates from him over the course of the next 4 turns, I guess, then we will get some nice bonus to faction allegiance. Great stuff. Okay. So yeah, we'll take Rune into the north. And if we can keep Sudreyar occupied up here between Kirkin, Fortru, and maybe my stack, then maybe we can sneak around and take Iona. I'll wait a couple more turns. Then this army will be completely full, and we will risk it. We'll see if we can tuck in over here. Alright, now we are able to get some visibility on them, in part because of this trade route. But also because Kirkin is expanding, and so I guess we're kind of sharing their line of sight. Okay, with that extra money, though, we can do some building. So I guess, you know, yet more food would probably be the order of the day. This is going to get me another 20, and it's quite cheap, thanks to our governor's good bonuses on construction. A little tiny fleet didn't actually get destroyed. It's still hanging around. Potentially could still cause some chaos.
My efforts are rewarded.
Okay. He's trying to get King's Captain. You know what? That's fine. It's going to give him a couple more points of loyalty, and I think it's going to help his... what is it? Command. Okay. Now we've got this problem. So, do we want to go for negative loyalty and acrimonious, or negative loyalty and -1 influence? I think we'll do this. Kingdom comes first. We've got the influence to afford. Okay, Denwall is an apprentice farmer. Very nice. And we have developed the estates, which means now we get to build a villa estate if we wanted to. Let's see what that would do. At Tier 1, it's going to cost us 5 food, but it's going to give us +2 public order and give us another noble estate to hand out. The second level will give us 2, and the third 3. So this is a good way of increasing the loyalty of some of your family members. Now, speaking of that, I think we also want to do that with our governor here in Strat Clut, because he has only 2 loyalty at the moment, and so I think if we can hand him an estate, maybe a religious estate, then that might be good. Yeah, and so he's actually going to give us extra fame for holding a religious estate. Not really a huge advantage, I guess, but may as well do it. We don't have any other types of estates, and he's not going to be too great if we give him a food estate. We're going to lose some food production out of it. All right, so let's give him the one in right here, I guess. Okay. That shores up his loyalty slightly, and we have a new research available. And here we could go, and I think this is what I want to do. Plus 15% income from farm income for all of our regions. And we're making some farm income in Strat Clut. Pretty much at the farm. But I think, yes, this is also giving us farm income, the fishing port. Down here in Cumberland, I think we've got some farm income as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Guess not. There's farm income. So yeah, it's a few different places. So that'll help a little bit.
We will serve you well. Battle calls.
Alright, things are looking pretty manageable up here. If I can get up to help Kirkin and maybe get some sacking done along the way, that would be nice.
Every man will do his
Alright, and this is actually looking really good. Let's see, we can get into the sea right here. So let's get slightly closer. We'll still get full up next turn for most of those units. Actually, and he has an advancement option. Alright, he's my general here. He's got 4 loyalty. He's industrious. We could go champion on him to get him up to a 3 command. Or we could go bard to get him up to 5 zeal. Let's go champion. Alright, in terms of any other building, we are going to be getting some more food down there. Let's see. I think this might be a good option to start getting the food supply up around Carlisle so we can afford to build another building here.
Every man will do his duty.
Oh, Sudreyar is making some moves. So I would hope that this is the big fleet that I saw, and maybe this is the other fleet. So that now might be a safe time to get into the water. Oh great, successful propaganda. And now, I'm not sure exactly what triggers this. People are pleased with the extent to which art has become intertwined with their culture, and consider your rule just and fair for this reason. This has led to a wave of contentment across your lands. And that's a +3 to public order in all my regions for 6 turns. I'm not sure exactly what does this. I think it's a mix of your buildings, and maybe some other traits. I'm not quite sure. Alright. So, still not seeing any monstrous Sudreyar fleets in the area. It's time to get into boats, and this will take us quite a while to get up here. 4 turns. Now, we could then attack immediately, because this is a port. So we could just sail in and immediately attack it without laying siege, but I don't think that's what I want to do, because we will be suffering seasickness.
For the glory of the Cymry!
Alright, so all of a sudden now Kirkin is looking like they're on the back foot. They got a 15 stack here and another 15 stack here, but Orkney has some men just waiting to grab territory. You know what?
Every man will do his duty.
Maybe I want to start doing the same thing. We've got 8 public order in Athfokla, and characters are only contributing 4 to that. So I could get this guy out and send him north just as a mobile force to raid, to sack, to potentially occupy some of these territories from these smaller armies. Alright, 2310. Yeah, let's do that. That's going to be another 20. Done, dumb, null. So we're just basically running up a food surplus. Yep, it changes quick. When fortune changes in this game, it changes very quickly. A couple of turns ago, Kirkin looked like they were absolutely ahead in the north. And all of a sudden, I'm very concerned. Alright. Grand Lodge, that's going to help out with a bit of food and a bit of income. We're suffering some attrition in and the swift steeds. Okay, yep, that's fine.
For the glory of the Cymry!
I think we're going to go over here and head up this side of the territory. Although, geez, there's another big army here.
True of heart.
Wow.
My warriors will not falter.
All right, let's just encamp so we don't lose anything to attrition, and we'll see what's going to happen here. For true, I'm not sure that they're at war with anybody yet. They are military allies with Kirkin, and that's because Kirkin basically reestablished their faction after taking the territory off of Orkney. So it could be the case that they're going to be going to war with the Sea Kings pretty soon. Alright, so we'll just wait there with my King's army, but as for my heir, we'll send him out. We could do patrolling or raiding. Okay, that just allows us to get extra reinforcement. Not sure why you'd want to do that. 100% reinforcement range. Whereas this is raiding. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. So we'll just head up here.
Fleet, advance.
Sudreyar just scooted back west, hoping they're not rushing down south to defend their islands. Alright, Mead has been destroyed. Wow, all of it, it looked like they were doing quite well. Alright. Okay, and we get some faction allegiance bonuses, so that's going to be very good. Ah, Guggen is influential. We've had trouble with him since the beginning, but at least he's at 10 quills now. Okay. Yeah, he's back at 2. Let's look at our estates again. We do have some more estates that we could hand out. Religious estates, that's giving +2 faction allegiance faction wide. For Guggen, another religious estate would give him another extra, would give us +10 fame. Let's do it. Oh, does he already have one? Is that the problem? No, we'll give him that. There we go. So +20 fame. That doesn't really do anything for us, but it does get us closer to our victory objectives, at least for the moment. All right.
We will serve you well.
Yeah, so that other army of Sudreyar went this way. And we need to get up to Iona really quickly.
Command the navy.
One of Sudreyar's faction traits is that they move, I think, 10% faster on the campaign map.
We cannot do that yet.
We've got 2 turns. We can make it in I think, 2 turns. But that may not be enough time for us to get there, set up everything we need to do.
We will serve you well. Ready to serve.
Well, I mean, you guys should be defending up here. I can take Aberdeen for you.
Every man will do his duty.
Actually, are we at war with them? We are not. Oh, yeah. We accepted peace, so we're only at war with Sudreyar at the moment. Well, let's just take a look at this. Okay, peace would actually be excessive. They won't be a vassal, of course, but we could get some money out of them if we wanted peace. Now, I want to get Iona first. That's a settlement we have to take. So I want to grab this before we do any peace deals. But this is very nice. Now, Ulaid. Let's see. Alright, they're still yellow-faced toward us. It's going down ever so slightly. And the Danelaw, what do you guys think of me? Okay, so they're very friendly, but it is deteriorating. They're at war with East Anglia. Okay, so they are still alive. And they are at war with Hellerborg, but they've basically eliminated all the Welsh factions. Okay. Well, let's see. Yeah, they're the most powerful. We're number 4, which is pretty respectable.
Both benefit from this meeting.
They don't want a defensive pact. And they are intrigued by military access. You know, I kind of wouldn't mind getting it from them as a way to improve our relationship.
This doesn't favor.
So not for 640. 980 seems kind of excessive. Let's hold on.
For the glory of the country!
We've got some stuff to take care of up
For
here.
the glory of the Cymru!
Alright, now,
Never!
here's a full stack inside a settlement, which is a major settlement with a garrison. And I'm not sure how, what kind of shape the garrison is in.
We are Arthur's
I'm not too worried about this army coming down south and heading for my homelands, because it would take them a very long time to get there. So it might be better to kind of dance around this army.
warriors into position.
Let's see if we can sneak up here and get around that territory. Let's see if we can make friends with Fortru, though.
I hope you repay my hospitality with fair words.
See if we can get anything out of them. No. Okay, so we can do military access, which is good because I think we do have to go through their territory.
We agree.
And that's going to help with Kirkin's opinion of us. So they approve of treaties with Fortru. So what they don't like is our treaties with Orkney, which makes sense. Alright, but we'll just keep heading up here. Alright, nothing else pressing.
And all get.
Yep, that army's moving towards the coast. But we're going to reach Iona before they do. East Anglia is destroyed. Oh my gosh. Dungarth wants 3 agricultural estates. And we would get 10,000 in the treasury. Alright, let's see. Dungarth. Alright, he's my general. Okay, that's actually a lot of food production. So he's also better than my king at food production. Okay, so if I give him those 3, then we'll get a lot of gold. 1, 2, and 3. That's all of them. So we've now got 15,000 in the bank, and Rune has 9 influence. So that did dip into his influence a little bit. Okay, it's time. Now we've got the money. We can go wife hunting for Guggen again. Perfect timing. Okay, great. +2 to faction allegiance and +2 to loyalty. Absolutely. He's 57. He just married a 31-year-old. Awesome. He's got to be happy about that. Alright. Who has skills available? Alright, the governor of Loden. So, yeah, he's another very influential man. But you know what? I think we want to work up the scribe with you. And we've got some more research. So now we've got the income all set. We could go for this. Fertile lands. +5% upkeep cost for all units. But +20% food production in all regions. That's all kinds of food. It's not just farms, I think. So this might be worth it. If we have a small footprint, like we're planning, where we're not going to conquer a ton of territory and we're not going to have like 4 or 5 stacks roaming around, then we're not going to have big armies with huge amounts of upkeep. So a 5% addition to that might be something we could absorb if we work on our economy really well, whereas the food is kind of going to be a problem. So this is something to think about. I mean, our food is looking good right now. That's because we have a couple of settlements that together total over 100 food that we may not have much longer. And we have 2 full stacks. It might be nice to get a third or approaching a third. So this is something to think about. I'm not going to go for it right now, but we may revisit that later. Okay, I think, though, it would make sense to go here. Part of the reason is that that extra upkeep cost for missile infantry units is pretty negligible. If we look, for example, at just any of our armies, the upkeep on these retinue bow infantry longbowmen is 53. So an extra 5% upkeep of that is going to be, what, like a couple of gold coins? So totally fine.
Longships moving off.
Now we might hit some attrition here, yep.
Disembark.
Okay. So this is telling us that it's going to take us 1, 2 more turns, and then we'll lay siege, and then we'll wait, and then we'll assault. So can they get down here?
Never.
1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be close, but I think we can do it.
My warriors will not falter.
All right, we have military access here, so we can move into this territory. And then we can grab Forace, which is a pottery settlement. We'll just destroy that army and then potentially keep moving.
My warriors will not falter.
I'm going to bring this guy up north as well. We're just going to have him helping out. Alright, and we've got so much money. But we have to be careful because that, you know, our per turn income is, you know, just shy of 2,000. But that may change. So let's keep going with the income of this this grand kiln. I think that's going to be nice. And actually, now that we've got all this money, we could buy military access. I'm quite sure. Okay, those armies are coming back. That's good. Alright, Osray is destroyed. Fine. Okay. Bunch of peace treaties happening in the south. So the thing that's concerning is this army. If they head down here and through here and bypass this territory to go for me, that could be a problem. I'm not sure that that's what they're going to do, but you kind of never know. Alright, so let's keep doing this. Let's send the king around. We've got a full stack here, and we can certainly get their attention. Maybe pull them back towards Erkadarn. Now, up here, I think we will follow up. We could capture this ourselves. This is a big farm. We could just take it. Now, the problem is we would be vulnerable to this 10 stack, so I don't think we want to do that. It's kind of a shame, though.
In Jesu's name.
Yeah, let's get right about here.
To glory. Never.
They could just barely hit us, but we would be able to retreat.
Well.
So probably Kirkin's going to take this back. That's fine. We'll leapfrog over them and get the next settlement. Alright, so I want peace with Ulaid. I want to...
Sit. Have some ale.
Let's see.
Tell me why you're here.
How much is it going to cost? Oh man, a lot. 12,900. Yeah, 10,000 is intriguing, so it would cost us, yeah, 11,500, so that's not going to work. How about, since we've got money, we can instead try this. We can do a gift. Small gift, a medium gift, or a larger gift, generous gift. And that is going to increase our standing. Let's go with a medium gift. That's going to cost us 1,700. And we'll just offer that.
Take your coin.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like the sound of that guy. So, you know, actually, let's see if that potentially has any impact. Yeah, now it's improving. We'll revisit that, you know, periodically, because I would like to get to a point where, you know, we could see an uptick in our relationship to the point where I could separate them from Sudreyar. Okay, up here we're all good, and in the south we're just about ready.
Glory awaits us. Off the ships.
Yeah, we're taking a bit more attrition. It's not too bad. Alright, they've got a workshop there.
Our spirits are resolute.
Actually. Oh, we can just attack them? No, we can't. We're putting them under siege. Okay. So they've got 2 mailed axemen. And we've got 2 armored axemen. So this is looking pretty decent. They don't have a governor here. It's just regular spear type stuff. So we'll you know what, we'll do something like that. And we'll assault that next turn. And then maybe peace out with them.
For the glory of the Cymru.
Okay. Oh, yeah, this is a bad one. Storm year. A great storm is raging through the countryside. Our construction efforts are going to be stalled by this, and many people are expected to die in the storm's wake. So this is hurting construction costs, which is maybe not such a huge problem, but it's hurting unit replenishment by 10% and increasing the turns until replenishment for all units in recruitment pools. So that's just not good. It means we're going to have to make do with what we have and just suck it up. Alright, Guggen got some more loyalty from being an arbitrator. From great public order. That's awesome. Okay, now, can we assault this right now?
Victory awaits. For the
Alright,
Cymru.
I think we have to, and, yeah. It's too even to auto-resolve, so we're gonna have to fight it the old-fashioned way. So this guy is just a spearman unit. That's totally fine. We've got 5 units of cav. Theoretically, we can dismount them. But I think we'll be okay. I don't think we need to dismount them. What we'll do is get them in through the gate and have them chase the archers, if that presents itself as an opportunity. Meanwhile, we'll send up like the, you know, our infantry guys to do what they're going to do, engage with all of these units. They have better experience than we do, so that's going to be a problem. Alright, so fog, I'm going to wait. Maybe I should have attacked in the fog. I don't know if that affects the AI's visibility. Maybe we want to wait for some rain or something. If we can. Alright. So they could theoretically set our siege equipment on fire, but they only have 2 archers. And we've got a lot of wall that we could spread out on. So let's get these guys right about here. These guys over here, and these guys here, and we'll just kind of swarm in.
Horseman! Show us the foe.
Here's all of the cav. It's going to be useful once we do get into the main gate. Now, here's our ram. I don't want the armored axemen to be pushing that ram. I'll go instead with a spear unit, and they'll just eat a bunch of arrows. All right, and our longbowmen here. I think I'll set them up like here, just in case they're going to do anything to my siege equipment. Some axemen there ready to go. Royal spearmen here for the center once we get into the gate, if we do. Some spearmen there. Oh, swordsmen. Let's go there.
Who needs thrashing?
Armored axemen this side, and yeah, that should be good.
Levy men. This siege has gone on for long enough. Now we're talking. It shall be so.
Actually, we can hit them from here with our longbows, so that's pretty nice.
Levy men.
Javelin men there.
Battle is turning in our favor.
Let's go to war. Attack!
Yeah, we are getting obstructed a little bit. There's our longbowmen here with helmets.
Britons forever.
Helmets, but extremely bare legs. Like just to me, it's like an uncomfortable level of bare-leggedness. But anyway, their heads are nice and protected.
The enemy approaches.
All right, we are beating them handily, which is just great. Here come the fire arrows, but they are gone. Okay, let's turn on these guys next. We've got some mailed axemen up here. Well, you know what? If we have to tie them up with our levy units, then that's fine. We do have some armored axes here, though, to jump in.
That's the way, boys.
Right, these are mailed axemen.
Make them pay. Watch for the missiles. Will ruin their day. Their missiles can reach it from here.
Their archers are hitting us!
We're not making huge progress on these guys. It seems like it's taking a little longer.
I don't want to die. Spearmen. Watch for the missiles. That's it. We're off. We're getting obliterated here.
Actually, let's hit the javelin men, I guess.
Levy men.
So those are marauders.
The men have been routed. They are leaving the field.
Ready and willing. Operate the siege engines. Levy men.
So they've actually shifted their infantry around.
Levy men. Levy men.
Steady, boys. They're charging. Raise shields. Round them down.
Levy men. Double time men. Ah, they shot me.
All right, awesome. Get up there uncontested.
Our men have turned tail and run. The cowards.
Break them. We are the country. Levy men.
All right, let's hit that gate again.
What's your command?
Yeah, we're going to be losing pretty handily against those guys, but at least we'll be slowing them down a bit.
Quick march it is.
I want to turn around and get you guys in a shield castle. Probably not a great move. They'll go the javelin men. Those archers yet again.
Axemen. Mangle them.
So their armored axemen up the tower.
Crush them.
The men have been routed. They are leaving the field.
Steady now. Axemen.
Actually, these guys were not interested in sticking around.
Quick march it is. Quick march it is. Round them down. Spearmen.
Once we get the gate open, we'll send the spearmen right up through the middle.
This is our land.
Combat's in our blood. Up the pace. They're fighting us!
Alright, what can we hit here? How about this warband unit?
Look sharp! Missiles!
Alright, these guys are routing.
The enemy's gates have been destroyed.
There goes the gate, and so let's bring up the Royal Spearmen, which is a unit we have not seen yet, I don't think. Very nice armor.
Let's get them.
They're fighting at us! Axemen!
This is just their spear.
Charge!
Very low tier stuff, so we should be just fine there.
Heavy men! Round them now! As you say. Combat's in our blood! Kill them! What's your command? Aim! Fire! We are the
We got some mailed axemen here near the general, so that's going to be the toughest part of the fight.
Let's go to war!
Let's bring the swords right up through, and I think it might be time for our cav, actually. Maybe we'll just move them up.
The men have been routed. They are leaving the field.
Hold the line! Leave the battle! Attack! Levymen! Spearmen!
We are the cavalry. Swift as the wind.
Halt! Now! Levymen! Spearmen!
hitting us!
Axemen! Bowmen! Hold the line! What's your command? Look sharp! Spearmen! Missiles!
An entire unit has perished.
Who needs thrashing? We are the Cymry! Spearmen! Strike hard!
Alright, they're shaking. Let's
Charge!
do a charge up through here.
Thrash them! Spearmen!
I think we could break these guys.
That's the way. We'll ruin their day. Up the pace! Axemen!
Armored axemen are still going, right? Chewing very nicely through the
See,
enemy
they
here.
flee before our might.
Mangle them!
At them.
Swordsman!
Yeah, let's just bring the swords over too. All this,
Look sharp! Missiles!
all that knot is broken, and so we're going to have this pretty shortly. Now, I think we'll still have a decent amount of men left after this. So we can just end the battle at this point. This is a decisive victory. That's very nice. And we have Iona. Now, we do have some work to do here. Because the settlement itself is probably going to cost us food. Alright, so yeah, we did lose a unit of Levy Axemen, not a big deal. And we will just occupy this.
Yes.
So how's public order look? Pretty bad, -7. Now, part of that is that, you know, we just took it, and so the allegiance is really bad. In fact, just 2%, so in fact, really, really bad. We could take it out of taxation, actually, and I may do that, but the other thing is this. So I'm thinking I want to get rid of this. It's bringing income, but it's hurting public order. I will repair this and this. So we're going to be looking at a net cost of 20 food for this settlement. And in the meantime, it might just make sense to get the taxes off of here. Yeah, that's going to bring it down to just -2 public order, which is much more manageable. And we can go with another unit here. Let's see. We lost an axe unit, but I think maybe a sword unit would be better. That was a levy axe, so we're going for a retinue sword. Seems like a better trade, and he's got some skills, Denowal does. So, do we want to go with a bard? Might be good. It's going to help overcome some of the problems from the Stormier, because that's hurting unit replenishment. So this is going to counterbalance that and eventually help him work towards public order. So, pretty good. This was a, let's see what he got for traits. Averse to risk, +1. Very nice. So, this is a good turning point for us. We have captured the one settlement that we wanted to get a very long time ago, because in terms of our victory conditions, we need to grab a royal monastery, and this is a monastic house. If we build it up to level 5, we will have that royal monastery taken care of. Now, in terms of our other goals, for the short victory condition, Palace of the Mountain, we own that. This is in Edinburgh. Where is that actually? Right here. We just need to upgrade this to the highest tier, Palace of the Mountain, and that'll be all set. And Cathedral of St. Ringen. Where is that? We own that as well. So technically, for our short theme victory, we don't need to conquer anymore. We could just build all those buildings. We've already got the Hogback Master Workshop done. We just need to do some building, and we could get our victory. Now, in practice, it's not going to work out that way, because we need also to get 256 fame. We're nearing 100, but we need to build buildings of a particular type in order to get fame. You also need to do some research, but we may need to do some more conquering just to get that done. But this is pretty good. I'm happy with this. So at any rate, thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope you will stick around for the next one. Until then, take care, everybody.